all about body language. Now, I'm going to talk about our body language, not something specific related to the main topic. I will talk about it in general. So let me just start off with defining what body language is. We don't always use words to communicate. We also use gestures, mimics, simply our body language. Body language is the unspoken element of communication that we use to reveal our true feelings and emotions. Fun fact, 7% of a message is conveyed through words and the other 93% comes from the nonverbal communication. Communication chart. As you can see on the communication chart, 7% part represents verbal, 38% part represents vocal, and the 55% part represents nonverbal communication. By the way, nonverbal is the other name that has been given to body language, mimics, gestures, simply every kind of communication that doesn't contain words. Someone's body language gives hints about them, about what kind of person they are. Forms of nonverbal communication. We have eye contact, facial expressions, posture, gestures, and personal space. It's sometimes that one expression turning into a genuine smile. Or it's sometimes the tilt of the head that shows they have their attention on you and listening to you closely. If you pay attention, people are like an open book. You just have to learn how to read it first. Once you get the learning done, you will have access to enough information about a person, about what kind of person they are, about their personality, emotions, and state of mind. You see how much that is? And all of it is hidden in their body language, as known as nonverbals. And from this statement, we can understand that people are actually predictable. Now, moving on from that, as we all know, people have different emotions such as happiness, sadness, anger, enthusiasm, stress, and more. And everyone has a different way of expressing them through actions. Let's give an example. I want you to imagine yourself sitting in your classes waiting for the teacher to hand out your exam papers. How would you feel during the wait? Stressed, I suppose? Which is extremely normal, because who wouldn't be? Now let's get back to the point. What kind of changes would you notice with your actions, nonverbals? Some people fiddle with their fingers, some people crack their knuckles, bite their lips, their nails, some people even tap their feet to the ground constantly, and more. When you see these actions, you can actually tell that they're stressed, right? We have some stress behavior examples for you to picture it better in your minds. Okay, moving on from that. Did you also know that posture is a big source of information and also affects your first impression on people? It either gets you taken seriously in daily life or either the exact opposite. Think about it. When you feel confident, your body, your posture tends to look stiff and upright, your chest looking forward. But when you feel insecure and not confident, your body tends to do the exact opposite of the previous action. You tend to close down. Your body shrinks with your shoulders and chest looking downwards, close to the ground. Right before this, remember I talked about how our emotions affect our nonverbals. But did you also know that our nonverbals can affect and shape our psychology too? Let me explain real quick. We sometimes fake our emotions like smiling when you're sad, forcing a smile on your face. But after some time, this faking or pretending, whatever you like to call, starts to affect your emotions and psychology too, and convinces your brain otherwise. Convinces it that you're actually happy and you actually start to feel better. Now, we have an important question coming up. How reliable is body language? Body language is not only powerful, it is usually reliable for revealing your true feelings too. However, body language isn't completely reliable if the person expressing it knows how to manipulate it well. Consider a poker player who has perfected their body language to the point that the other players don't see their tells. Body language shows itself most of the time, whether you intend to reveal it or not. Now, a small note before I move on. You have to be careful using body language because there can be cultural differences and we don't want any misunderstandings caused by something little like this. Now, we have body language examples coming up. I did some research about this topic and I also wanted to share it with you. It's also good for general knowledge and I hope it helps you with your social life too. First, we have smile. As we all know, smiles can mean different things depending on facial expression. There are different types of smiles, such as happy, shy, ironic, and more. The Duchenne smile we call consists of pulling up the corners of your mouth while squeezing your eyes to make a crow's feet. It's considered as a genuine smile. Fake smile, on the other hand, is a smile you make by exposing your teeth. Actually, it's kind of easy to understand the fake smile. Now we have smile examples on the left. We have Duchenne smile, and on the right, we have fake and irritated smile. I'm going to wait for a few seconds for you to take a better look at it. Okay, moving on from that. Second, we have tapping your fingers. When you tap your fingers, you appear impatient and possibly nervous about waiting. If you're a finger tapper, be aware that it's one of the nonverbals that gets on people's nerves easily. This information was actually useful for me because I tend to tap my fingers sometimes when I'm stressed and nervous. Moving on to the next one. Third, tilting your head one side. When you tilt your head to the side, it usually means you're listening intensely and deeply. It also means you're concentrating hard. Fourth, we have eye contact. Normally, eye contact occurs when two animals look at each other's eyes at the same time. In human beings, eye contact is a form of nonverbal communication, and it is thought to have a large influence on social behavior. In the early mid-1960s, the term came from the West to often define the act as a meaningful and important sign of confidence, respect, and social communication. Like you saw on the presentation, body language has a huge role in our daily lives and also very important for human communication too. I hope I could help you with the questions in your head. I hope this helped and didn't make you feel bored. Thank you for listening to me.